Welcome to Build an Interactive Data Analytics Dashboard with Python. This is your instructor, Ted Petru, and we will be building the Coronavirus Forecasting Dashboard. It's available to see at coronavirus-project.dunderdata.com. Let's go ahead and take a live look at the dashboard, which gets updated on a daily basis. So this is an exact replica of the dashboard that you will be building and creating and then launching on your own remote server for the world to see. This dashboard shows historical and predicted values for deaths and cases from each country of the world and each US state from the ongoing coronavirus pandemic. There are three main components to our dashboard. There's a table of data on the left, there are graphs on the upper right, and there are maps on the bottom right. So the table of data on the left has the total number of deaths and cases for each area. This could be country of the world or US state. We'll be clicking on the US states tab here in a second. Notice that this table is sorted by the total number of deaths, and the country with the most number of deaths will be selected over here and is currently the USA. So whatever country is selected over here on the left will have its historical data appear over here on the right. We'll have both the actual data that has occurred plus the predicted values from our model. And there'll be three different views, the cumulative, daily, and weekly. So let's go ahead and switch to the daily view, and you can see that. And then here is the weekly. Now, if you want to have a different country's data show up, then just go over here on the left and click on that country name. So let's go ahead and click on India, and you'll see here that we have the historical deaths and cases in weekly form, plus the predicted values, and then also the weekly and cumulative. Now take a look at the bottom right where this map is. This has the world map colored by the total number of deaths. And if we want a little bit more of an equitable view, we can do deaths per million. And whenever we move our cursor over a country, then there'll be a little window that pops up that has the total number of deaths and cases for that country. That's pretty cool. You can just go over here and get the same information that is found in the table. Now let's switch to the US states tab, and we'll have a similar looking table, but we'll have the states and it'll be ordered again by the total number of deaths. Here, California has the most number and will be selected by default. We can move to the daily view and also the weekly view. Just as before, we can go over here to the data table and click on a different state to get that state's historical data plus predicted values. So here we have Texas. We can switch to daily and then also to cumulative. And then if you look down here in the bottom right, the map has changed to just the US states. And again, you can choose how to color it. Right now it's the same as we did before, deaths per million, but we can change it like that. And then hovering has the same effect. So this is our dashboard, and you will be responsible for building all of it. You'll be collecting the data, transforming it, smoothing it, building all of the models, then creating all of the dashboard components, and finally deploying it out onto your own server. You will own this project and you will complete all of the steps on your own. Let's take a deeper look into all of the course objectives. So number one, I want you to complete all of the steps from start to finish. That means you are going to get the data, you are going to clean the data, you are going to build the models, you are going to build the web application, and you will deploy it online. So you are going to do all of these steps, and ultimately, I want you to learn how to create interactive data analytics dashboards with Python. So by the end of this course, you'll have all of the tools to create your own dashboards with Python. You'll have a very specific dashboard that you can use as a template to create any other dashboard that you wish with Python. Let's get a better understanding of what these steps actually are. So the first thing that you'll do is get the data, and you'll do so from an online repository. Now, as we go through this course, you'll see that there are many exercises available that ask you to complete a specific task. And many of these tasks will be found in our production code. So these exercises are a way to complete the code that will end up running our dashboard. After getting the data, we will clean and smooth it And just like many other data sets, you'll see that there is bad data. And we'll come up with an automated solution for finding it and then handling the bad data in an appropriate manner. So after doing this, we will smooth the data as it comes in very jagged, and smoothing it helps our models quite a bit. Here is one example of smoothing some very jagged data. You'll learn about many different smoothing techniques in this course. After smoothing, we'll develop models for coronavirus outbreaks. We'll look at a number of different models, beginning with fairly simple ones, such as this simple exponential model that you see over here. We'll then move to more complex models, such as the generalized logistic function. And then we'll learn about how to fit model parameters and how to bound model parameters, which can make a big difference on how well the model is fit, which is what we see down here below. Once we've settled on a model, we'll encapsulate all of our code into Python classes. So much of the work done in the exercises will appear in our formal code as you see here. Building the models is great, but we'll need to visualize them, and we'll do so with the Plotly data visualization library. We'll build data visualizations for both deaths and cases, showing the actual values in blue and then the predicted values in orange. We'll then create these maps called choropleth maps, which are colored by a particular value for both the US states and for the world. As our dashboard is targeted for the web, we must know the fundamentals of HTML and CSS. So we cover them in this course as well. So you'll learn quite a bit about HTML and CSS, particularly how to place different components of your dashboard in specific spots. You'll be building the dashboard with Dash, a popular Python library that comes equipped with many different components and widgets and interactivity for building the exact dashboard that you wish. Once you've finished the creation of your dashboard locally, you'll deploy it on a remote server for the world to see. There'll be two deployment options. One will be simple and free with a company called Python Anywhere. One will be more complex, give you more flexibility, cost a few dollars per month, and it will be with a company called Vultr, where you'll launch your own Ubuntu server. The end result will be your dashboard on the web for anyone, anywhere to access. Let's cover the technologies used and prerequisites. Of course, you'll need to understand the fundamentals of Python. This is not a course for beginners. You'll also need to understand the fundamentals of Pandas, a popular data analysis library in Python. We'll use Pandas for all the data cleaning and transformation. The Matplotlib library will be used for static data visualizations in the Jupyter Notebook. It would help to have some background in Matplotlib, but if you don't, you can just enter in the code as it is and all of it will still run to completion. The SciPy library will be used for model building and parameter optimization. Interactive data visualizations targeted for the web will be made by the Plotly library. The dashboard will be put together by the Dash library. We will be learning and using some HTML and CSS when we put together the dashboard using the Dash library. And finally, we will be running and deploying our dashboard on an Ubuntu Linux server. So let's get started building our dashboard. I think this is a really fun and comprehensive project that covers many different topics and makes a great portfolio piece.